We will keep an eye on the waiting room, but we want to get started right away just to appreciate all of your guys' time. Again, thank you so much for joining. We really appreciate it, and we know that coming to something like this does take time out of your day, and sometimes you don't fully know what you're going to get from it, but joining is the number one thing. So welcome to Freedom Activation. This will be a masterclass that elevates your health, wealth, and your life vision. Something that Carly and I really hold near and dear to our heart is getting started in this space and really being able to transform not only our own lives, but our family, our friends, and the people around us. So really drop in. I invite you to drop in the next 30 seconds to slow down and ask why you're here. What is it that you're doing? What's your purpose? Why did you get the information to drop into this space tonight? Are you feeling drained from your job? Are you feeling inspired by somebody else feeling the fear and starting their own business? Are you hearing online that maybe you're taking all your time, giving it to your boss, building somebody else's dreams? Let's activate that fire in your soul that you've lost. You've lost through a job, you've lost through traumas in your life, you've masked a different person, you're having to become somebody you're not just to go day by day, paycheck to paycheck. This is a safe space here, and we want you to know that you don't have to sacrifice your health, your finances, or your dreams just to become who you need to become. With all of this, I'm sure some of you are wondering, who the heck are you and why should I care? I want to introduce myself because I was once you. I was sitting on the other side of the screen listening to a masterclass just like this. I was nervous. I didn't know what I was getting myself into. I didn't know I was, after watching the masterclass, I was going to be like, well, now I know what I'm going to do with my entire life. I'm from Ontario, Canada. I live in a pretty like suburb city. I feel like for me, traveling was super big when I was young because we didn't get to have that. We lived paycheck to paycheck. And when I got started in this space, I heard somebody had a $10,000 month, and that was like the biggest thing to me. So when I got started in this space, I was like, that was my first goal. I was like, I would have a $10,000 month. Like, that's so cool. And so I worked super hard when I dove into the online space, and I had my first $10,000 month at 22 years old. But when I had that $10,000 month, it wasn't about the money at that point. It was who I had become in the process. So just know, if you're not currently physically, mentally, or emotionally where you want to be and you have financial goals, sometimes stepping into that higher version of yourself can really develop that higher version of yourself, surrounding yourself with more energetic people, people who have aligned goals, and things like that. I love to surround myself with people just like you who put yourself outside your comfort zone. I love to be active. I love spending time in nature with my friends and my family. Anything creative, whether it's art, baking, traveling, making master classes like this with my business partners, anything creative, I'll be there. One of my main passions right now is building this business for my future family. And Carly has a beautiful family as well. She's currently building her business from the comfort of her own home, and she's a huge inspiration for me. So her and I collaborating on this project together means a lot. So here's Carly.
Hello, everybody. For those of you who don't know me, I know Kaya just introduced me, but I am Carly Smith. I am so excited and honored to have you here with us today. And I'm just really excited and honored to share my story with you and some information, but not only information, but really taking you on a transformational process that completely changed my life. So I want to take you back to where I was prior to starting my online business. So as you can see here in these photos, I had a newborn baby, and this was my third baby. So I was on maternity leave. And honestly, I was not in a good headspace. I was very burnt out. I was waking up feeling very lost and overwhelmed on the daily basis. I wasn't sure who I was or where I was going, and I just felt stagnant. And it was almost like my energy was just like stuck in this place and it didn't feel good. And I knew that there had to be something. Like I had to make a shift because I wasn't willing to go down this road of feeling like this anymore. And so I really wanted to be intentional with my year off on maternity leave. But of course, like with the newborn, I got busy. And so it wasn't until like the very end, I think I had about a month left when I was like, all right, we got to do this. Like something has to happen. Like I need to make a shift because I did not want to go back to my 9 to 5 job, which wasn't fulfilling me. I knew it wasn't bringing me in the direction of like living my true purpose and what I was here to do. And so I really just opened up my heart, expanded my mind, and was willing and coachable to find something that was in alignment that could bring me towards the life that I wanted. So I had no goals or no motivation previously. I just lost myself in motherhood. Like I'm sure all of you moms here have gone through periods of time where you dedicated so much time and energy to your kids and you were just like, who the hell am I? Like, ugh, like you just like you feel like your nervous system is just like shot at that point. And my husband is still working a 9 to 5. So he went back to work right after I had my baby. And I thought to myself, no, like I want him home with me. He would leave every morning and I would just feel so sad and anxious. And I was like, I want him home to raise our kids and to just to be a support system and to be here with me. And so that's one of my main focuses. And I knew deep down I had a bigger purpose. And so that's when I took action in my life. I came across this incredible opportunity. Like when I say this changed my life and is still, I can still say that. Like I'm not, I don't take that lightly. I came into the most beautiful online space, the most amazing and loving, supportive community. Like these people, they care about you and we care about you. And it was just so transformational for me going from where I was into like almost immediately my energy shifting and really learning to love myself more each day, honoring what I need as a person, even outside of motherhood, like honoring myself and what do I need, filling up my cup, feeling alive and creating my dream life, waking up feeling purpose and meaning. Like how good would that feel if you woke up and you like knew where you were going? And then guiding women into their power and full potential and empowering women to free their families. Like I just told you, like I'm retiring my husband. Like he is going to be home with me one day soon and we are going to raise our children together. We're going to travel, we're going to explore, we're going to adventure. Like it's happening and you can come too. Like this could be you. And with this business model, we have a way to create legacy income that will completely set your family free. So stay tuned on that. We're going to talk a bit about that in a little bit, but really open your heart for this next 60 minutes. Open your heart. So I want you to take this next moment and just really tap into your core. Even shut your eyes for a moment if that feels good. What brought you here today? Like, what is your why? Something in your life has given you the desire and the motivation to be here today. Maybe it's the desire for more money. Maybe it's the desire for more time freedom to actually adventure and explore the world and thrive. Maybe it's more time with your kids. Maybe you're dropping them off at daycare or school and heading to work and rushing around and doing the same thing day in and day out. Maybe you're just completely burnt out, overwhelmed, anxious, scared, and now this might be even affecting your health. So really tap into that why. What brought you here? And for the next 60 minutes or so, I want you to carry that why with you throughout this masterclass as we share information and we share this transformation with you. Stay connected to that core deep inside of you.
Thank you so much, Carly. I feel like our why is really unclear sometimes in a place of confusion, in a place of loss, in a place of grief, or just a low vibrational state. And so getting clear on your why, you may not have one specific thing right now But if there's one thing that comes to your mind, whoever's live, if you can drop in the chat, what's your why? What keeps you going? What is it that makes you want to do better? And like Carly said, keep this in the back of your mind for the next few slides. When you're looking at a roadmap of your life, and your why is your very first step. So that's where you plant your feet, but it's also the thing that keeps you going. And the relevance to your why and your roadmap is important because if you aren't currently on a path that's bringing you closer to what you truly want from your life, your why will keep you going. But if you don't have that why, it won't keep you going. Being able to have one foot in front of the other means a few things. It means having that good support system around you, having access to tools to work on your mindset and your inner healing. This is a lot of lack in most people's lives because they just live day to day in this state where it's just survival. So, what would it mean to you to have your why and have your roadmap? Have that good support system, the tools to be able to work on what it is you're lacking in your life, whether it's your financial literacy, whether it's your inner traumas that are holding you back. And what would it mean to you to have a business model that sets you up for your future, for your success? It's not just to make you money, it's not just to make you a better person. It's to be able to have that self reflection of where you currently are, what your why is, and develop that roadmap to get to exactly where you want to be. Successful habits and decisions equals successful people. Poor habits and poor decisions equal poor people. When I first got started in this space, I was poor. It doesn't necessarily mean financially poor. I was struggling financially, yes. Was I poor in my soul? Were the decisions I was making poor? Yes. I was living in a poor state. And so when you're able to have those tools and those resources to look to be able to develop that skill set, that mindset, and your finances, you can actually develop healthy habits and start to make successful decisions to become that successful person. Is it overnight? No. It takes a lot of work, and sometimes it's an up and down roller coaster, but being able to be surrounded by that community that supports you to become successful is extremely important.
So, three really important foundations that we focus on in this business, within this community, are three things. And the first one being physical health. As we all know, if we're not physically healthy, like what do we truly have? You could have all of the money in the world, but if your physical health is diminishing and you're so unwell that you can't actually live your life, then the money doesn't even matter at that point. And so taking care of your physical health and being able to travel and play with your kids and explore and climb trees and do whatever it is that you desire to do is really, really important. And I'm sure you all have people in your life who are physically unwell right now. I know I for sure do. And it's really sad to see people declining and they're not happy. And so we really need to take into consideration our physical health. The second one is mental health, also another huge one. I meet and I talk to so many people who, are anxious and depressed and overwhelmed and not happy in their life. And we've all been there. And even some days I still feel that. Like I'm not preaching here that like I'm living this perfect happy life all the time because I'm not. It's a process, but we need to be aware and we need to focus on these things because when we have mental clarity, we're able to set the goals for ourselves to move our life forward in the direction that we want. If we're experiencing brain fog and fatigue and unhappiness and living in a state of fight or flight, we're not able to become aware of why we're here and what we want. So mental health is huge. And then lastly is financial health. Okay, I'm sure we're all here today because we all want more money. Like, am I right? If I'm right, drop in the comments, yes, in the chat. Like, and that's okay to want more money. We need, like, that's just the way our world operates. So there are so many beautiful things that you can do when you're financially set, when you're well off. Think about it. What would you do if you had money and if money wasn't an issue? Would you travel with your kids? Would you give back to your community? Would you support a charity that you love? Like, what would you do? And then if you're lacking financially, your physical and mental health will usually decline as well. It's like a spiral effect. So having these three foundations to focus on in life, physical health, mental health, and financial health, when we bring this together within this business model, it truly will set you up for success and take you in the direction that you desire.
When we focus on our physical, our mental, and our financial health, this is what allows you to create success with a business model. If you're lacking in your mental, your physical, or your finances, you're going to look to something that is reliable. So, a business model that's reliable, friends who are reliable, resources that are reliable. And something reliable in our community is something that we call the true freedom business model. This represents time freedom, financial freedom, social freedom, location freedom, health freedom, and soul freedom.
So now I'm going to talk about the products that we recommend in this business, and all three of them really do tie back to the physical health, the mental health, and the financial health. So first is Anagic's flagship water ionizer, the K8. It's a water ionization system that hooks up to your tap. So your body is made up of 60 to 70% water. So the water that you're choosing to put into your body to consume to hydrate you really does matter. So this is a medical grade device manufactured in Okinawa, Japan. And like I said, it's able to hook up to your kitchen tap. So without getting too much into the science, because we have many resources we can send you after this masterclass, but it hooks up to your tap. And when you turn your tap on, the water flows through and it goes through 8 titanium plates that are dipped in platinum. And it goes through a process of electrolysis. So if you can think in your mind, a lightning bolt striking water. That's exactly what's happening in this machine. And it's splitting the molecules apart into tiny little molecules called molecular hydrogen, which is the smallest molecule in the entire universe. And it's so powerful and so tiny that it's able to penetrate into your cells, into the cell wall, past the blood-brain barrier. Your brain is made up of like 85 to 90% water. And so it's hydrating you. And a lot of people might be walking around with fatigue and dizziness, and maybe you're scared that there's actually something wrong with you when in reality you're just dehydrated. And so Kangen water is rich in antioxidants, it's alkalized, it's restructured, replicating living water found in blue zones around the world. And if you don't know what blue zones are, they're areas of the world where people are living well beyond 100, and it's the water, it's the atmosphere they're in. It's healthier. And so Anagic has found a way to replicate this exact water that's found in blue zones so that you can use it in your home. That's how abundant this business is. And you will have this product in your home for 20 to 25 plus years. So like I said, it's rich in molecular hydrogen. Drinking this water reduces oxidative stress in your body. So if you cut an apple in half and it starts to brown, that's the oxidization process. Well, the same thing is actually happening in your cells when we don't take care of ourselves, as like our atmosphere, our environment, the foods we eat. We have oxidative stress in our bodies. Our cells are damaged. So when you drink this water and it's penetrating into your cells, and it's hydrating you, your cells are able to awaken. They come back to life, and you're actually able to like live life, thrive, and function at an optimal level, which is like this machine has been such a game changer in my family's home. I can't even I can go on for days about this machine, but I'll wrap it up here. So it also produces 7 different pH levels to replace most of your household needs and supplies. So it ranges from 2.5 all the way up to 11.5. And there's like so many different uses for this, but I'll just give you a couple examples. So the 2.5, which is the hypochlorous acid, It's great for scrapes. So if your kid like has cuts and scrapes or an infection, you can actually use this water and it's 100% safe for their skin. In my household, we use it as in a spray bottle with lemon essential oil. We spray all our countertops and I use that as my cleaning. And now when the baby goes around and like touches all the surfaces and puts his hands in his mouth, I'm like, okay, he's good because there's no chemicals there. And then the drinking water is the 8.5 to the 9.5. And then the 11.5 water is the like really alkaline water, and that's an oil emulsifier. So this is where you would soak your fruits and vegetables, and it removes like 85 to 90% pesticides, which unfortunately, like most of our foods today are contaminated, sprayed. Our soils like aren't the greatest. And so when you have this machine in your home and you can actually remove like almost all of these pesticides, like you would probably feel way more at ease giving like feeding your children and feeding yourself. The second product that we recommend is the Anespa shower filter. So your skin is your largest organ. So it absorbs the water you bathe in at a very fast rate, and the water that you choose to bathe in really does matter. So this is your in-home spa experience. It is a filter and a remineralization system. So it has two filters, one activated carbon filter and a second one with mineral stones from the hot springs that are in Okinawa, Japan. And actually, I just like learned that the internal filter comes from like a volcanic spring in Okinawa, which you can't find here in Canada or like many places. And so this product is like top of the line. And it cleans your shower and bath water from rust, bacteria, odors, chlorine, and then goes through the remineralization process. And so for me, a mom of three, now knowing that my kids can shower and the baby can bathe in this Anespa water, this pure water with minerals that's removing the chlorine, like it makes me feel so much better about having this in our home. And then lastly, we have the Ukon turmeric. So the Ukon comes in three different forms. It comes in a tea form, a soap, and capsules. And this turmeric is wild turmeric grown in Yamburu, Okinawa, Japan. And Yamburu is often referred to as nature's treasure. It's grown on dedicated farms in Yamburu and is 100% free of harmful chemicals, typically used in lower quality conventional turmeric farming. So you will not find any like pesticides or anything in this turmeric. And actually, when we were all in Okinawa, Japan, in June, some of the community members had the opportunity to go and visit the farms and see this beautiful space where all this turmeric was being grown. And they got to see the farmers and they were so happy and so grateful. And I heard one person say that the energy they felt just from like the pure soil and yeah, the energy of this space was just like the most peaceful and like authentic place. And it was transformative. So for centuries, it's been believed to be a natural healer. And an added bonus is all the turmeric that's grown in Japan is grown and cleaned in Kangen water. So they actually clean all the turmeric with the 2.5 water. So no like tap water, no chemicals are being used in the production of this turmeric.
Now you may be thinking, okay, the products sound amazing. Okay, I love these products. The business sounds amazing. The personal development sounds amazing. But what do these products have to do with business? So, a really beautiful thing that Carly and I do is called high ticket affiliate marketing. And what we do is we align with a company that we see their products, we love the products, we align with the mission of the company. Like Carly was saying, the energy behind the company, the authenticity, and all of those things combined together. I'm always going to have these products in my home. And I know that this business model and I know that these products change lives. So, how Enagic works is they give you a commission based off of your referral program. So, in order to get started in the best way with Enagic, this is how our community suggests. It's called the quad. The quad represents four products of your choice. And typically, what we would do is get started on one Anespa, two K8s, and then one Ukon. And the second K8 would be for you to lend out. So if there was anybody who was interested in the water, in getting this magic water in their homes, replacing the chemicals in their homes, and really getting rid of all of those microplastics that they've been ingesting for them and their family as well, this is something that you could lend out to them. If they wanted to do a little trial run and see if this is something that they're interested in, Anybody who I've lent the machine out to has come back a week later and been like, I need one of these in my home right now. Nobody has ever been like, oh no, like I'm gonna pass on this. So just know that that second investment on that K8 will be that much more important to be able to show people that they can try it and also still make their decision after it, after they try the water. They don't have to just make a decision right away. And so getting started in the best way possible will cost you around $300 to $400 a month, which really is very small if you think about the amount that people spend on car investments and things like that. Carly said she did touch on this, that the products that you have in your home will last anywhere from 20 to 25 years with proper care. Now the juicy money stuff. This stuff is really fun. Um, I love the products and I will always stand behind the products. The products have changed my skin. They have changed my digestive system. The water has changed my family's life. My boyfriend can't live without the water anywhere we go, even when we're traveling. He's like, how are we going to get Kangen water? Like, this water is pure magic. On top of that, because we absolutely love the water, what Enagic does is they have this amazing compensation plan, and it's called the 8 point system. So if you were to think of it as a pie, each 1 point is a piece of a pie. 1 point is one sale. So if you were to sell somebody a quad of 4 machines, you would get 4 points. But just for numbers' sake, we're going to break down what it would be like to make your first commissions on 1 point with one sale and one piece of the pie. So if you were to sell one K8, you would make $390 in the beginning of your business. But when you're utilizing the compensation plan and you're earning all 8 points of the system, just from one K8 sale, you would be making $3,120. The compensation plan goes based off of what rank you're currently at. So right from the beginning, you're always going to start at 1A. Actually, with our quad strategy as well, you get started in 2A, but just for numbers' sake and explanation, we're going to start at 1A. So when you're at 1A and you sell products, you get one piece of the pie. And then at 2A, you get two pieces of the pie for 1 point. And then at 3A, you get three pieces of the pie, and all the way to 6A. 6A is 101 sales in your business. But the really amazing thing with the quad strategy is that actually only 25 quads. So if you were to make single sales, that would mean you would have to sell 101 K8 machines. But because we truly believe the best way to get started is on the quad, that would only take you 25 sales. When you get started in your business, what we would do is have your first position as your Anespa. And then you're actually going to make an investment or a commission back on your initial investment. So when you sell yourself your first K8, that one's going to be for your home. You'll make $390. And then your second K8, you'll also get to sell to yourself. That's your loaner machine. You would make $390 back on that. And then the Ukon, you would make $260. So right from the get-go, you're actually making back $1,040 in commissions right away. Starting with the quad and utilizing the quad strategy with Enagic's compensation plan is really powerful, because when you make your first sale outside of yourself, so you'll already be at 3 sales when you get started with a quad. When you make that first sale outside of yourself, you're going to make $3,390. On your second sale, you're going to be making $3,390. And keep in mind, this is all using the quad strategy. And on your third sale, you'll actually make $4,520. That means in order to make your first $10,000 in this space, you only have to have 3 sales, and that would total $11,300 in commissions right away. If you were to think about how long that took you at a regular job to make $11,300, how many early mornings, how many late nights, how many missed milestones, how many missed birthday parties with family, with friends, family that may be struggling with their health or at the end of their life, you're having to miss out on those things. You miss your baby's first steps, all those things. I know for me, when I was working my job, that would have taken me 3 months to make $11,000. And so when I saw the possibility in this space, the income, of course, the income is amazing, but it was what I was going to get back, and that was my time.
Mhm.
An even better thing with a Magic's compensation plan is they actually have something called the legacy income. And so this may be something, if you've been following either of us for a little bit of time now, this may be a term that we have mentioned in one of our posts or on our stories, or you'll hear within the community when you get started as well, is the legacy income. So in order to hit legacy income, you would have to hit 6A2-3. So the other compensation plan I was showing you before was just to 101 sales, which is 6A. But when you get to 6A2-3, you get a $25,000 bonus, and then you get $5,000 residual income for the rest of your life. Even if this were to take you 5 years, drop in the chat down below how old you are now. And if you were to commit to this business today and put as much work as you can in for the next 5 years, how old would you be to hit legacy income where you would have to do no work in order to make $5,000 residual income for the rest of your life? Wow, that's so powerful. Nobody here is going to say 65. I know that. So most people, they work their whole life. They give up their whole life to work this job. There's no income that's willable to their children. But if you were to put all of this effort in now and you were able to not only live your life free with your time, your location, and your finances, you would be able to gift this business to your children. What would that mean to you?
Thank you so much for sharing that, Kaya. For me as a mom, like seeing that legacy income really transformed my mindset. And honestly, I created action in my life because I knew that this was possible for anybody. And all you had to do was stay consistent and you had to be willable, coachable, and hungry enough to go for it. So, when I was in Okinawa, Japan back in June, one of my mentors, who's a very successful female entrepreneur in this space, shared this information that I'm going to share with you right now. And I really wanted to bring it to this masterclass because it really transformed the way I was thinking. So to become part of the 3% of people in life who are wealthy and financially free, you must do the opposite. And I feel like in life from a very young age, we're programmed to, do the right thing, be the good girl, be the good boy. Don't step outside your comfort zone. Don't lead yourself. Follow what other people are doing. And what we really need to do is walk away from that 97% of people who are doing the same things day in and day out, not leading themselves, not taking action in their lives. Like, who are you surrounding yourself with? Are they people that are uplifting you, or are they people that are diminishing your energy and stealing that fire within you? And when we were in Japan, like being in a room full of millionaires was incredible, but not only because they were wealthy, but they were abundant and they were loving and they had their children there and they were all running around playing together and they were like truly free. And so being in a room full of like that many successful people really does elevate your mindset and your energy and almost forces you to take action because we all want freedom in our lives, right? Like drop a yes. If you want freedom in your life, drop a yes in the chat. So walk away from the 97%. Like, don't talk like they do. Don't act like they do. Don't go where they go. Go the other way. Don't think like they think. And don't earn how they earn. Also, throw away the blame list, the victim mindset, and the limitations. Like, I know it's easier said than done, but It's so easy to point the finger and go, well, that person's successful because they got lucky, or that person's successful because they grew up in a really rich family. I can't do that because I grew up in a poor family. And maybe that's your truth. Maybe that was actually your past reality. But that doesn't mean that that has to be your current reality. And it doesn't have to be your future reality either. I feel like when we think this way, we are totally giving our power away. And it's time to take our power back, especially us females. I think we're all females here, and we have so much freaking power inside to share with the world. Like, we are powerhouses. So honestly, take your power back and show the world, like, share your gifts. Everyone has a different gift, and yeah, take your power back. So think how the 3% thinks. Earn how the 3% earns. Act like they act, even before you have all the success, all the wealth that you're desiring. Act like you already have it. You need to start reprogramming your subconscious brain into a new paradigm, into a new energy of existence. And sometimes we have to almost like fake it until we make it. And that could be looking at yourself in the mirror every morning and go, I'm abundant. I have everything I need in life. I'm on the right path, and I know that I will always be taken care of. Do whatever you have to do to shift out of a lack mindset. And then get resourceful, like they get resourceful. Find ways out of no ways. If you want change in your life, you are going to have to make some sort of change. And sometimes that involves investing in yourself, and it can be scary and uncomfortable and unknown. But if you really want change, you'll make it happen. And I have 100% faith in all of you. And then throw away the I'm not good enough. Like, use me as an example. Like, I came from no previous experience in this space whatsoever. I didn't even really have an online presence. I was a burnt out mom at home with 3 kids. With like, my life was hectic, chaotic. It honestly still is today. Like, sometimes I just go in my room and close the door. I'm like, I gotta work, guys. Like, leave mom alone for the next hour. And it's tough. Some days I'm like, it's really hard to keep going, but and you almost you have to like shift out of this I'm not good enough, because you are good enough. You are good enough. So take charge of your own life. Take charge of your own day. Take charge of the possibilities and take charge of your future. Like, we are 100% here to support you, because we have been in the place where we were desiring more and we were scared. So we are here to support you in any way that we can.
Today, one of our main goals is shifting you and supporting you and becoming that person that you are worthy of becoming before you even know it. And part of that is reflecting on what percentage of people are you sitting in? What vibration of people are you sitting in? What quality of friends are in your life? What type of job are you settling for? 97% of people find themselves trapped in a tedious routine, working unfulfilling jobs, and struggling financially. Often they feel unhappy and unfulfilled. If that's you right now, just know that you're about to become part of the 3%. Here, we break free from societal norms. We dare to chase our dreams and put effort in to create a life that we love. Here in our community, we aren't just going through the motions, but we're actively designing the paths that will achieve our goals. Just take a moment and look at the people, the places, the things that Carly and I have achieved since stepping into the online space. Most of it wouldn't be possible if we hadn't said yes to ourselves. Years ago, months ago, our paths led us to a spot exactly like this, interested in something more, interested in location freedom, the time freedom, the memories, the new connections, the community, the vibrant colors, the contrast, the hard days. And to us, this is what life should look like. This is freedom. This is time freedom. This is location freedom. Financial freedom is in our future because of a Najik's compensation plan and the legacy income that we get to work towards. The people we've become along the way, it hasn't been easy. but saying yes is just the beginning. You deserve to say yes to your future. It may feel scary, and this is something that we talk about all the time in our community, but feeling the fear and doing it anyways. I am drenched in sweat right now. Carly and I were on before, and we were like so terrified, but just knowing that we're here for our higher selves, we're here for our family, we're here for you guys to be able to see what's possible. Now wrapping things up with why the quad and coming back to the physical benefits, the financial benefits of having the quad, because you'll get to have high level products in your home for 25 plus years. You'll be replacing bottled water, which is huge, putting magic water in your home. You're replacing cleaning products and beauty products. You're guaranteed to make $1,040 back right away on your commissions, which covers your first 3 months of your payment of your investment that's about to change your life. You get to earn 3 times the commission on your very first sale by starting on a quad. And you actually set an example for others of the best way possible to get started. When you get started on a quad, you're able to tell people what the benefits were of getting started on a quad rather than just getting started on a single product. You get to hit 6A 4 times quicker in your business. And you actually, by going all in on a quad right from the beginning, you adopt an all in mindset on your investment and really treat it like a business rather than just being scared and making a minor investment and feeling like this isn't something that's about to change your life, because it will. We're in the new era of business where getting paid to be yourself and build your ideal lifestyle is more than just a pipe dream. You can see people on social media with hundreds of thousands of followers and think they're living their dream. But what you really don't know is you don't need a huge following to be able to utilize high ticket affiliate marketing and use your social media to make your dreams possible. This is an example of how quickly you can collapse timelines. If you want to, you can take things slow, but we're here to support you either way. 101 K8 sales to 6A, or you could use our quad strategy like we've been talking about and go that much quicker. In order to get your time and money back, you must be willing to invest both your time and your money to do so. I know by today you guys were investing 60 minutes out of your day to be here with us, and we truly appreciate it. And we want to invite you to invest more of your time and money back into yourself. If you're not changing the way that you're investing your time and your money, you're choosing to stay exactly where you are.
So now you might all be wondering, like, how the heck did Kaya and I get our foot in the door? How did we start our business? Like, what are the next steps for you? So first and foremost, by saying yes to being present on a masterclass similar to this one, and then after we watched a masterclass, we enrolled in the Academy. And so the Academy is an online platform that will support you 100% in your business. So this is a platform that has mindset trainings, sales trainings, marketing trainings. There's like over $1 million worth of content in there that was designed from entrepreneurs who are successful but started from the ground up. And so we are being taught firsthand from them. There is a whole sales team in the academy that will do your sales calls for you and process your paperwork so you can have that automation aspect in your business and truly still just live your life as you're making sales. The first sale I ever made, I was on a flight to Mexico, and it was like one of the most incredible feelings I've ever experienced. So when you go into the academy, you will go through a discovery process. And at the beginning, when I came into this space and everything shifted for me immediately, I hadn't even launched my business yet. I hadn't invested in my products. It was the discovery process that literally changed everything for me. And so I am a huge advocate for the discovery process. It'll take you roughly 90 minutes to go through. It'll take you a series of videos and questions to really tap into your goals. It will expand your mind. It will give you all the information you need to know about this business, what it looks like, what you'll have to do. and the community that you'll get to be a part of. And then you'll also get to book a one-on-one call with a qualified advisor, a digital business specialist, who will hop on a call with you for 45 minutes and guide you through the financing process. So they will answer all your questions that you have. They'll be your support system through your financing. So you'll truly be supported all the way through this. And it's normally $99 a month, but for your first month, it's 50% off. So you'll pay $49. You'll get to go in, go through this transformative discovery process, have a DBS call with a qualified specialist. And then your options after that are to invest in your products, invest in your future, become a part of the most amazing freaking community that you can't even imagine it yet because you're not in it yet. And after that, if you're like, you go through all that, you have your call and it's not in alignment with you, that's okay. We still love and respect you. We're still here for you. And they'll actually refund you your $49. So they have a 14-day money back guarantee. So it is super risk-free. You have nothing to lose by going all in and just taking a look, like get curious and start, like we talked about, taking like baby steps towards your goals and towards the life you desire. And so this would be your first step.
So, a really beautiful thing that we've never done before is a VIP event. So, your first step is going to be obviously reaching back out to whoever invited you to this video to be able to get the link to the academy. You're going to go in, book your discovery process or book your digital specialist call, go through the discovery process, take that 90 minutes to really dive deep into where you currently are and where you want to be able to answer all those questions deeply and know that you're about to set out a roadmap for yourself to be able to create the success you want. Once you get started in this space and you sign off your paperwork with Enagic and you join us by August 8th, you'll actually be gifted something called the Elevate Summit, which is a VIP event for new digital entrepreneurs. You will be gifted this bonus offer that's valued at $888 USD. What you need to do is make sure that you submit your Enagic paperwork before August 8th to qualify for this. And as soon as you qualify, you'll be given more information on this 4 to 6 hour training packed full of value. You'll be introduced to Aubrey, Shanara, Larissa, and Shar, who are some of our top earners in our community right now. They will be gifting you a kickstart to your business with the best mindset and skill set development from them, what has worked for them, what are the trending things in the industry right now, and how they can show you their roadmap to be making 20 to 100K months. I want to say thank you again, everybody, for joining Carly and I for the Freedom Activation Masterclass tonight. Drop down below how you're feeling right now on a scale of 1 to 10. And if you can reflect back on that original feeling that you had when you got here, whether that was fear, whether it was excitement, whether it was overwhelm, whether it was inspiration, drop down below how you were feeling at the beginning and how you're feeling now. We are so happy to have you here on this transformative journey with us, and we can't wait to talk more to you soon. If anybody has any questions, feel